Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a quick review impressions of a knife that I was able to get a hold of. It's a limited edition We Knives. This is the Nefaris. Let's take a look at this knife. Alright, so this knife right here is the We Knives Nefaris. Now this is a pretty interesting design. It's got a unique aesthetic, a unique look to it. Let's see, do we have a designer on this? All right, so I'm back. Yeah, so all I can find is that I believe it's an in-house design. It is a limited edition knife. It means it's a limited count on this particular knife. This is the aluminum carbon fiber inlays on titanium scales with beautiful texturing. Do love the design of this knife overall. I love the very simplified We logo on there with a beautiful clip. There's no clip on there. That's kind of nice. Love the milling. If you can see this all the way around, that's beautifully done. Kind of a looks like a orange peel, kind of a satin blasted finish, but polished, which is really nice. And then the texturing here with no harshness anywhere. The clip in there is really nice. The flipper is minimalistic, gives you beautiful leverage to where the flipper is. Awesome actuation, really, really nice opening and closing on this knife. And then the thumb hole works really well as well. Now you do have some chance of guillotine. You know, it can drop on you a little bit, but if you catch it there, it's got a very late detent right there, and it clears it. And I don't know, is there a ramp on that? I don't think there is. No, there's not. But you know, once you clear right there, you're usually pretty good. So if you drop it there, and let me do it again, then you're kind of clear. So I haven't carried this in a while, so you know, get used to it once you do. But it does have an interesting clip point in the front, beautiful texturing, which works really well. A beautiful big finger choil right there, so you can choke up really nice. Lots of room for large hands, so definitely extra large, double extra large hands. Beautiful chamfering in here, nice cutaway, easy access to the lock bar. It's not overly tight, it's easy to disengage, right? Easy to work. It is locked in there, good 20-25%, solid in there. No blade play, no pivot lash, or and then a nice click when you click into the detent. You can hear that again one more time up close. And then there's no detent lash. So beautifully centered, nice thin grind all the way to a beautiful thin edge, super, super crazy sharp. Nice pointy tip there for getting into dog food, cat food, mulch, fertilizer. Beautiful swedge, which is a nice aesthetic. Does work really well as a slicer. I do like that about this knife. The action is ridiculous, and the flipping is ridiculous as well. And yeah, and then you could middle finger reverse bonus flick right there because of the flat grind, so that's nice as well. So, and it works pretty well left-handed as well. Let me do that. I was doing it before, why can I not do it now? Come on, there we go. And I think you can do low. Yeah, you can do a low if you hold the clip down low. You just got to make sure there's no pressure on the lock bar, and then you should be pretty good. The thumb hole works really well left-handed as well, and the flipper works really well over here as well. So that's nice. Action is beautiful and buttery. I believe I put skiffs. I'm pretty sure I put skiffs in this, skiff caged bearings in this. Which, you know, is it necessary? No. Is it nice? Yeah, it really is. It gives you just a little extra, so that's always nice. I do enjoy that. So there you go. That is the We Nefaris CPM 20CV blade steel crucible, which is a powdered steel, so that's nice. Milled, yeah, there's some weight relief in there, very slight. On this side there's not, because the carbon fiber inlay, that is the weight relief, and it takes a lot of the weight away. It's a captive pivot, beautifully chamfered. Everything's rounded where there's no chamfering, and it's fully rounded. It's gorgeously round. There's not an uncomfortable spot on here. Even under here, there's nothing. It's just really gorgeous. You can clip up, you can grip this knife, and it's just stinking comfortable. I like that. I like that a lot. So that's really cool. Yeah, let's see here. Once you clear that, yeah, it's really nice. I like this knife. I like this knife a lot. It is definitely not a cheaper knife. It does list it around, you know, we'll talk about the price here in a little bit. Let's not jump ahead. We're jumping ahead. Opening and closing is really great. So let's do some measurements. I'm gonna guess 4 ounces, maybe? 4.5, not even close. So 4.5 ounces on this guy. And then we'll go ahead and do overall length. So we're looking at a knife that's overall about 8¼ inches. We have a handle right here. It's about 3½ inches. With the finger choil, you get almost 4 7/8. Lots of room for big hands and big meaty fingers. All right, so overall length is 3½ inches. Overall cutting length is about 3 3/5. So not terrible. All right, does feel like a relatively thin blade for as big as the knife is. So let's measure that. 126 thousandths of an inch. So it's not super thick blade. That's nice, but it's not super thin either. Definitely give you some nice control, good ability to cut with this knife. I like that. All right, so what category is this in? Well, it's definitely not in the regular category. It's just into the higher end knife. Runs around $315. That's the price that it was listed at. I don't know what you can get it at the secondary market. Sometimes some of the We Knives go up because they are in high demand. I don't know if this one is or not, but you probably, I think that's a reasonable price for the materials you get. Beautiful texturing. You can see all the little extra things you see on there. I think justifies some of the cost. The materials, the backspacer here is really done well. There's no hardware on this side except for these 2 screws that are beautifully kind of camouflaged in there. And then on the back, minimal screws, all T8. So all that stuff's nice. I mean, I don't know. That makes that $315 feel pretty reasonable for the price, right? Is this an EDC Hard Use and collection piece? Absolutely could be a collection piece. So it's up to you if you want this to be a collection piece or not. It does have the aesthetics and beautifulness to be, but it can also be EDC and Hard Use. I think there's definitely some room for that. And the action is wonderful. Very fidgety, kind of nice. A knife, I like that. That's nice. Overall field, is it... Now, real quick, before we talk about Hard Use, I don't think I talked about that. It's a frame lock, so you can relatively hard use as you would with any frame lock. It's a little thinner in the tip, so just be careful for what you do and what your expectations of hard use. If you're going to be whacking bricks and logs and stuff like that, get a fixed blade or an axe, right? Don't use the right tool for the right thing. This would not be the tool for that, but if you're in a hard place, a hard situation, it might do you well. Might help save your life, right? So there you go. Overall design, the handles, the open, the close, the textures, the jimping, the lanyard, all that's beautiful. It's so rounded, so nice everywhere. There's just so many wonderful things. The jimping actually extends over the tip right there. I don't know if you can see that. That's really nice, so that you can work the full light switch, right, if you wanted to, or you could do the push button. The push button works really nice as well. The thumb full hole works really well for reverse flick and front flick. I like that. You can even do a slow roll on this guy, so there you go. It has enough texture that you can get some good grip on both left and right hand. I think that's nice. I really do. So overall, the jimping, the roundedness, the clip here, there's no hot spots. If I go back here and I squeeze, yeah, there's no hot spots anywhere. It's not going to burn my hand. It's not going to be any pinching, poking, what have you. So I think that's really, really nice. There is a lanyard pin, so if you wanted to tie something there, but it's out of the way, it's not prioritized. Relatively deep carry, so you can definitely see it's almost completely hidden, but it's nice. Full utilization of blade to handle ratio. You can see how close that is. It's nicely covered with a backspacer, so you're not going to cut yourself. I like that. I like that. Overall feel is beautifully gorgeous. It's buttery smooth. I really like this knife. I think it's absolutely tremendously butter smooth. Until I started carrying some of the other knives, this was my absolute favorite flipper. It felt like a Shergorov in a more reasonably priced range, because Shergorovs, even their budget knives, you're looking at $600-700, right? So this is definitely one half of that, and it made it feel like, a really nice knife. So if you really like flippers, you want a nice actuation for a flipper, this is going to be fantastic. I think you're going to like this a lot. So yeah, my overall feelings are good. So this one has multiple deployments. It's definitely gonna have some fidgety goodness. You have the flipper, and the flipper is outstanding. You have the thumb holes. Thumb holes are outstanding. Reverse, outstanding. Left-handed flipper, outstanding. Left-handed thumb, outstanding. Left-handed reverse flick, it can be outstanding as long as you know the right place to keep it. So it's not exactly 100%, but it's pretty outstanding. So I'm going to say, you have multiple deployments, and you do have the bonus flick in the middle here. I can do that. So I'm going to give this a solid 6 because of how well this is done, how the action is, how easy it is to drop that blade, unengage the lock bar, close it. So I'm going to give it a 6. I think it's really, really good. What's the fidgety goodness on that? I'm going to give it a 98. Just too shy of 100, only because the left hand, you really got to get that left hand to be just perfect for me to get that 100. For me, it's like, it's so close. I wish that was just a little bit easier to work. So, you know, there you go. So I'll give it a 98. It's a A to A plus. It's not a perfect score, but it's A to A plus. Very, very, very good. What are my overall thoughts? Is it recommended? Absolutely recommended. I think it's a great knife. I think it's a great deal for the knife. If you can get this limited edition, I would definitely go check it out. So here is the knife a little up close. You can see the beautiful flat grind with the swedge, the beautiful aluminum carbon fiber kind of mixed there together, the beautiful texturing on the handle there. I think it's really gorgeous. Look at the back as well. The same is true. Beautiful sandblasted, polished sandblasted kind of texture. This clip is outstanding as well on this one. And I love here how you can see that clip is easy to get in, out of, has nice flexibility. This doesn't have any sharp, super sharp edges, so I like that. The disengagement is really nice here as well. And the action is buttery smooth. So yeah, definitely some cool things. I think it's absolutely recommended. If you can get a hold of this, I would recommend it. I think it's a great knife. I like it, and I think it's a cool knife. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, your ideas on this knife, what you think. It is limited edition, so it may be difficult to get, but if you can, definitely check it out. I'll probably end up selling this because it's not really a carry knife for me. It hasn't really made a lot of pocket time, if any, so this will probably go on sale at some point. So if you've watched this video later, it probably is already sold or something. So, you know, there you go. Hey, love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, how you carry this, how the knife feels overall. Definitely would love to hear your ideas in the comments, definitely with a positive or good. Have you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative? Would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who likes the videos, who enjoys the content. I sure appreciate you so very much, especially if you're watching on the live streams too. I appreciate that. If you haven't already, hit that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this video. And to all my channel members, a big thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel, allowing me to do things way sooner than I ever thought I'd be able to do. I'm humbled and I'm grateful by you. And as a small way for me to say thank you, I do a once a month members giveaway. I try to make it a little more exclusive and a little nicer because you guys have been so generous with the memberships. So, you know, there you go. And also all the channel members, I make sure I give you everyone, brand new channel members, a sticker, a small way for me to say thank you. If you've been a member for a while or just came back as a member and you are currently a member, I'd love to give you a sticker as well. It'd be my small way to say thank you as well. So please email me with your name and address so I can send that to you. And if you're interested, you thought, hey, I'd like to become a channel member too, check out the description down below. I have a link for three different tiers. Be honored to have you. Don't ever feel obligated, but would be honored. Hey, thanks so much for watching this this content, being part of it. I appreciate you, whether you're a member or you're a subscriber or just enjoy the content. Thank you. If you haven't already, check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.